Afternoon. Oh, it's been a crazy few days. What with ships stopping in fjords and hot meals being served on tender decks and gift packages being lowered down from other ships. It's been amazing, and I haven't really kind of processed just exactly how properly crazy it's been. A couple of nights ago I pulled over just as the sun was setting onto a little island, and for the first time in this trip I wasn't welcome. I went to the nearest house with lights on just to ask if I could camp somewhere, and the guy was like, nope. Nope. So I thought, oh, that's different. So I got back on my bike and absolutely leathered it for 3.5 miles to the nearest town called Lisunsundet. I might have pronounced that wrong. On the way I was frantically typing into Google at the same time as pedaling, trying to see if there was accommodation there, because I was going to get there after dark, and in the middle of a little town or village there's rarely a place to camp, and the first place that came up was called the Anchoret Brygga, and I gave the owner Richard a call and he said, yeah, just come on in. When I arrived he wasn't there, but another guy turned up and he said, I've been following you, and then showed me his phone with my tracking map on. And it turns out that he was a friend of Ruth and Vidar and Ernst and Astrid, who took me in during a storm in Finnsnes, some 500 miles north. So hi guys, and thanks for sharing this with your friends. Then Richard turned up and gave me a bed, invited me up to his house, and I had a beer with his family, and that was just really nice. And they waved me off the next morning, well rested, and that was yesterday morning, and so much has happened since then. I covered almost 35 miles yesterday, along the way crossing over that fabled, hallowed 1,000 mile mark. And then at the end of the day came in to see two of my favourite faces, Ems, my fiance, and my good mate Andy, and they've driven all the way up from the UK in this van. It's yet to have a name, so it's up to you. What would you call a big white van made for adventure? Over to you. Answers in the comments. It's the middle of the afternoon now, and why aren't you on the water, Dave, you're asking? Well, it's because it's just really bloody windy today. Gusts of 30 knots, and it's just not very fun out there. In fact, it's less than fun. It was just dangerous. I did 7 miles and then made the call to come off, so looks like the wind's going to die down to a really nice level tomorrow, but this is an enforced break now. Andy and Ems are working away, mostly on Yestival stuff. 1 month today, or 1 month yesterday, the festival begins, so get your tickets, sayyesmore.com/Yestival. And it's just a waiting game now. Looking forward to getting back on the water and ticking off some of those remaining 300 miles, but for now, in the warm, hiding away from the wind. Have a good afternoon. Woohoo!